I haven't cast a fly rod for over 2 years. But it's like riding a bike, you never forget. There's a fish, fish on. Lovely, there we go. Beautiful. Hello guys, welcome back. A very good morning to you all. A very beautiful morning. If you just have a look in the background there, you will see that we are just anchored on the boat off of, for those that know, a little place called Drake's Island, which is inside Plymouth Sound. It's a lovely morning, early doors, around 5 AM at the moment, just first light. I'm fishing over the slack. Hello guys, welcome back and good morning to you. Well, morning out here on the boat anyway. As you can see behind me, got the sun just rising up behind what you can see there in the background, which is a place called Drake's Island, which is a little island sat in the middle of Plymouth Sound. I'm sure there will be lots of people familiar with it. I'm just sat at anchor at the moment. As you can see, it's first light. It's about 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning now. And low water was just before 4 o'clock in the morning. So I wanted to take advantage of the slack period of the tide building up from low water to try to find and get into a few coochie's bream. That's the target of the day. That's what we're fishing for. Coochie's bream and also gilt heads, if we can find one. More chance with the coochies than the gilt head, and in fact you'll see that I've managed to already nab a coochie's bream, a pretty nice one. Fishing standard tactics, just running ledger rigs, size 2.0 Sakuma Manta extras with worm baits. But yeah, there we go, we're fishing standard bait fishing tactics. Here you go, you can just see there, 2 rods out. I was just filming the intro a moment or so ago, and completely missed a rod bender while I was doing the camera work. But aside from that, as I say, I've had lots of small rattles, lots of little stuff. I dropped an eel just underneath the boat, which was a blessing, saved me getting tangled up by it. And the 1 coochies. So yeah, sit back, enjoy. We're gonna have a nice day at it today. Lovely forecast, something a little bit different, and fingers crossed we can bag up. Right guys, we're into a fish. Don't quite know what I've got on here. Probably a bass, I should think. Although, we'll soon see, it could be a bream. It is a bream, lovely. Nice. Now that's very good. This one's deeply hooked. Right guys, there we go. First fish of the day. Led me a bit of a merry dance, that one. I was filming my intro. On the back of the camera I saw the rod hoop over and turned round, seemed like I missed a bite, held on and held the rod for a few minutes, and all of a sudden, wallop, hooked over again. This one was hooked almost in the gut, and I had to mess about to get the hook out, and it's not going to go back, so I'm going to pop this one into the box. Lovely eating fish anyway. But that's what we're after today, a nice coochie's bream. I'm looking to hopefully bag up on them, if I'm honest, and we'll see how we go. Let's just pop this rod out. So I'm casting it off the back of the boat here, and as we sit, we're on a nice flat sandbank, And off the back of the sandbank there's quite a little deep channel that runs right the way along up into the River Tamar there. And on the deeper section it seems as though the coochies like a little bit of deeper water, and on the deeper section you get quite a good bit of activity from them. They don't like too much tide run, so I'm here just fishing after low water, and he's starting to flood. He's sort of a couple of hours into the flood now. I'm hoping I'll get a nice couple more hours before it really gushes through. And yeah, there you go. There's a bite instantly on that rod. There's a knock. Just getting a knock. We're in. I've just bumped that off there and that felt like a good fish. That one was a coochie's, I'm sure. That was hugging the bottom. That's disappointing. That felt like a solid fish, that one. There we go, we're in. Over she went. And what do we have on? It's a feisty little bream again. Excellent. Lovely fish, these bream. I really enjoy fishing for them. They are very, very beautiful looking fish. They do give a good account for themselves. And yeah, they give you a nice little scrap, a good bite, quite aggressive on the bite. Ideal. They are prickly as anything, but you have to just accept that when you're fishing for them. Ooh. Now, whoop. I was just going to hold that up for you guys to have a look at, and over she went. Oh well, there you go. Now, unfortunately, the bait that I've got isn't the best. It's literally been sat in the fridge, wrapped up for days. I've been planning to go out for days and days. There's a bite on the right hand rod there. I've been planning to get out for days, but the weather has been awful and I've had to change all of the diary around work-wise just to have a chance to get out today when the weather's calmed right down. It's just been incredible, the weather. For midsummer time, the winds that we've been getting, the tail end of the storm of the hurricanes over the Atlantic, and the low pressure we've then had over this way has just been pants. Really need it to calm itself down and just to get an opportunity to go out and do a proper bit of fishing. Not that this is not proper fishing, of course, more than enjoyable, but actually to have the opportunity to go out and the choice to go out and do some proper fishing. It's the one beauty of this area, though, to be honest, is that you can, even when it's blowing up and even when the weather's been rough, you can get out here and fish, and it's, you know, beautiful and flat. Going to give it another 10 minutes here. If I don't catch anything, I'm going to up anchor and start having a little look around and find some birds working and see if I can fill my boots early on. There's birds working everywhere at the moment, and I do feel like I'm missing a trick, but I do want to catch a few coochies, so cast out. That's a knock. There's a fish. There we go. Oh, that just spat me there. Let's have another quick go out. Cast it out in between the rods. I don't know if you can see it out. There's fish topping everywhere at the moment. There we go, that's bass taking small stuff. There we go, fish on. Nice little bass. Drop that one back and off we go again. Let's have a go out that way. They are everywhere. I'm thinking about getting the fly rod out in a mo. So, tide's pushing a little bit hard for the coochies. We've had a couple of small bass on the lures, so I've grabbed the fly rod and we're going to give it a little spin out on the fly, just because the bass are only small. Seems like a fair load of them down there. Going through the weed there, let's get that out. And yeah, let's see what we can do. See if we can't nab ourselves a bass or two on the fly. I've got the sinking line on. It's only about 15-16 feet deep. Just need to get it down a little bit further than I haven't cast a fly rod for over 2 years. But it's like riding a bike, you never forget. There's a fish on. Lovely, there we go. Beautiful. Just as I say, just like riding a bike, you never forget. And that little bass really wanted that, he smashed it. Lovely. Let's bring him in. That's good. I'm fishing. Oh, just try not to get spined. There we go. I'm fishing a little trout fly, a little conehead trout fly. There we go, guys. Nice little bass. There's quite a few of them around here, so it's a perfect opportunity to dust off the fly rod. And of course, it's the ultimate fun to in-fight on the fly rod. There we go. As I say, like riding a bike, you never forget. Just drop it down a little. We've got fish jumping out the back of the boat now, which is a good sign. try to cast one up against across the wind here. Try not to end up with one in my ear. Wasn't the greatest. There's a fish on. Well, it wasn't a great cast, but you can see there's a lot of fish here, and when you're fishing the lures and they're not touching them, they're after that something a little bit smaller. The fly obviously gives you such a natural presentation. So there we go, that's fish number 2 on the fly. Here we go, guys. I'm just popping another cast out. We've had two fish now, and there's a fish straight away. We're in. Haha. Well, this is turning into a bit of good fun, I would say. Very small stuff, but brilliant on this fly rod. I haven't done this for a long time. There we go, that's fish number 3 to the fly. And out we go again. It'd be nice to pick up some of the better fish, and there are definitely better fish in amongst them. Ooh. There we go. There's a lot of fish showing on the sounder, guys. Oh, that was a good bang there. We're going to go bait fishing again a bit later on, guys, but at the moment it's fill your boots time whilst these bass are feeding here, and they're definitely looking for this little smaller presentation of the small fly. It's almost like a small minky I'm fishing. There's fish jumping out this way. I just want to change the direction of the cast if I can and cover that fish that's just topped there. The boat's not really set up very well for the fly rod. I've got rod rest and reel handles and everything everywhere, and there's a fish. We're on. Excellent. It's only a small one again, but I'm going to take that in. Beautiful fishing. There we go. There we go. At last we're getting some mackerel in, which is so good. We've been waiting so long for them to be arriving here in Plymouth. I know other parts of the land have been getting them, but they have been so scarce around Plymouth this season. It's just lovely to catch a few. Well, here we are again, back at anchor. I've been dancing about doing all sorts today, and I've been waiting for the sort of slack period towards high water, which we're on now, to try to come and put another few baits out, some worm baits, to see if we can pick up a few more coochies. The sun is now absolutely scorching, and I've managed to catch a few mackerel for the pot, which is good. And also we had a few bass earlier, as you saw, on the fly rod and on the lures. A couple of coochies. One we let go, one was for the pot, and that's where we're at the moment. I'm hoping to nick a few more coochies before the day's out, but bites have really dried up on that front, and I'm just now sitting here hoping on this sort of high water period, 20 minutes before high water I am at the moment, the bites start to come again. We'll see. Lovely day for it. There's a little bite. First tiny knock for ages. It's been very, very quiet, all over high water, and all the way for the first hour or so of the down has been absolutely quiet. And again, oh, I should have probably struck that one. I missed it. Right, we're getting bites, which is the main thing. Another rattle there on this rod. For some reason this left hand rod's picking the bites up, and the rods are only positioned not more than about 10 yards away from each other. Strange. And here we go, we're into something. It's kicking away. I wonder what we have on here. It is a red mullet. What a beauty. Very pleased about that. Oh yes, very happy with that. Oh, he's absolutely gobbed that down. Excellent. And I wonder if all those bites I've just been missing were red mullet. That's a beautiful little fish. What a beauty. What? There we go, guys. A lovely little red mullet. That's actually my first ever red mullet, so I'm really pleased with that. Beautiful. Been getting quite a few bites down there, and I wonder that apparently they swim around in shoals. I'm wondering whether I've missed a few mullet bites. Right guys, that'll have to do us. I think we'll end the session on that nice red mullet, which is a lovely way to end the session. Had a good enough day. As you've seen, we've had a few nice coochies, nice red mullet, a few bass on the fly rod also, which is always fun. I've kept a few fish for the table today. I've got a nice few mackerel, half a dozen mackerel, and I've also kept the red mullet and the one larger coochie's bream that I hooked down in its gut was never going back, so I've kept that also. They are lovely eating, and believe me, my family definitely make the most of it, so they never go to waste. Hope you've enjoyed today, and we'll see you again next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ciao.